Now, from your weather authority, here's Chief Meteorologist Dan Smith.
Well, good Thursday evening, San Angelo. All manner of clouds going on through the Concho Valley here. Separate layers, too. You can kind of tell just a little bit there as it stands still, hitting the triple digits once again in the Concho Valley. Dew point having a hand in that when it's about that low. There's pretty much unfettered warming going on here, except for those clouds. You'd think they'd have more of a hand in it, but maybe 1 degree shy of where we were yesterday at 103. Ultimately, we've hit 102 so far. You can do the math there. 5 to 10 miles an hour for those winds. Not too shabby at that. And on the sat ride here, you can really get a sense of these clouds. Some of them moving on towards the west. Others moving south. And while we do have those storms off to the north, I'm highly doubtful that it will be making it any further to San Angelo, or at least any closer. I'd say a 10% chance for some northern counties as this thing is drifting very slowly south, but they ought to fizzle out just as quickly, much like we had seen yesterday. That having been said, it looks like a flood advisory has just been issued. You can just see it right there on the I-20 marker, a little bit west of Sweetwater. And while there is some pretty good flooding potential for these because there's barely any wind to move them, it would just sit over anybody wherever it develops. Again, I'm highly doubtful it makes it to San Angelo. Now, that's really not good news for our drought monitor. This is last week. Keep that in mind. And when I pump this up, you're not going to like this, quite frankly, because you have stage 3 drought conditions, very consistent at that, all the way pushing in to the Concho Valley. San Angelo, just about stage 2, really almost like wall over towards the Eola way is in stage 3. Splitting hairs at that point because it's just been very, very dry, pretty well brown all around. Only the western tip of Crockett County looking to have anything in the way of getting out of this drought, and that's probably because we had had at least some recent rains there. Last night we had, I think, a flood advisory very close to Ira Ann. Didn't quite make it into Crockett County, but depends on where you draw it around. The National Weather Service offices sometimes have to coordinate on that, and didn't really come to fruition as of yesterday. Futurecast looking on ahead for the next couple of days here. You have a lot of this moisture still playing around, but it's dancing around. That's the key around the Concho Valley. Not so much coming in, but you have some in the Lone Star State. It's trying to push further in. With that high pressure system having moved off towards the west, it's allowing more of these systems to at least try to come in. Before then, forget it. It just serves as an absolute barrier towards getting any rain, any meaningful cool down. I do think we have the cool down coming next week. Rain chances holding steady about 20 to 30%. You're winning with the weather prize for this week, courtesy of Kelly Grimsley Kia, our last prize of the year. That's pretty sad. Amazon Fire tablet, though, plus case stylus, all the fixings they've thrown in for free. We will be announcing the winner this Friday. That would be tomorrow at 6 o'clock. You have until midnight tonight to enter to win. Best of luck, everybody. Forecast for tonight, 74 degrees. Pretty mild out there. South winds 5 to 10. Tomorrow, very similar with that heat topping out at around 102. And I do think we still have that chance of some isolated showers to the north. Very similar to what we're seeing at the moment. Again, I'm very doubtful that it makes it to San Angelo. I haven't even really put it on the board as of yet. And your Weather Authority 7-day forecast, 95 for Monday, and Tuesday I'm going 93. So it looks like the models are sort of flip-flopping on this. I've knocked down the percentages just a little bit for Tuesday. Initially, I thought the front might come in that day. Now I'm more hedging it towards Monday evening with some rain ahead of that. In any case, the takeaway, cooler temperatures, better rain chances than we have had in some time for soaring right back up towards the hundreds, it looks like, come this time next week.